The transformation of Lucifer into Satan is a concept that combines biblical texts, theological interpretations, and cultural traditions. Here's an overview. Before we start, we'd like to ask for your support. If you enjoy our video, please hit the like button. This will help us reach more people and create content for you. Now let's get started with today's video. The transformation of Lucifer into Satan is a concept rooted in scripture, theology, and interpretative traditions. While the Bible never explicitly states Lucifer became Satan, it contains passages that, when synthesized, create a narrative of a once glorious being's fall from grace. This narrative has been built upon by theologians and writers over centuries, shaping a coherent story of rebellion, pride, and punishment. This article explores the biblical foundation for this transformation, focusing on key texts and their interpretation. Who was Lucifer? The name Lucifer appears in the King James Bible in Isaiah 14 verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? The term Lucifer is a Latin word meaning light-bearer or morning star. It was used in the Latin Vulgate to translate the Hebrew term Helel ben Shachar, which literally means shining one, son of the dawn. Context of Isaiah 14. Isaiah 14 is a prophecy against the king of Babylon, a mortal ruler who exalted himself in arrogance. The text uses vivid, poetic imagery to describe his downfall. Historically, this passage was understood to critique a human king, not a celestial being. However, later interpreters, particularly in early Christianity, saw the passage as an allegory for the fall of a supernatural being, identifying Lucifer as Satan. Lucifer's pride and rebellion. Though Isaiah 14 primarily references a Babylonian king, its description aligns with broader theological themes about Satan's fall. A complementary passage is found in Ezekiel 28, verses 12 to 17, which addresses the king of Tyre but is often interpreted as a dual reference to Satan. You were the seal of perfection, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. You were in Eden, the garden of God. You were blameless in your ways from the day you were created till wickedness was found in you. Ezekiel 28 verses 12 to 15, NIV. This passage describes a being of immense beauty and wisdom, later corrupted by pride and sin. The reference to Eden suggests a being present at the beginning of creation, which aligns with Satan's role in tempting Adam and Eve. Pride is the root of sin. Both Isaiah 14 and Ezekiel 28 depict a being who sought to elevate himself above his station. The following verses echo this pride. You said in your heart, I will ascend to the heavens. I will raise my throne above the stars of God. I will make myself like the Most High. Isaiah 14 verses 13 to 14, NIV. This aspiration to be like the Most High reflects a rebellion against God's authority, a central theme in the transformation of Lucifer into Satan, the fall of Satan. The New Testament sheds more light on Satan's role as an adversary to God and humanity. Jesus refers to Satan's fall in Luke 10 verse 18. I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. This statement, while brief, is pivotal in connecting the celestial rebellion narrative to Satan. It suggests that Jesus witnessed a decisive moment when Satan was cast out of heaven, reinforcing the imagery of Isaiah 14, Revelation 12 verses 7 to 9. The apocalyptic vision in Revelation provides further details of Satan's fall. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought back. But he was not strong enough, and they lost their place in heaven. The great dragon was hurled down, that ancient serpent called the devil or Satan, who leads the whole world astray. He was hurled to the earth, and his angels with him. This passage describes a cosmic battle, with Satan, depicted as a dragon, leading a rebellion against God. Michael, the archangel, leads the forces of heaven to victory, resulting in Satan's expulsion. Satan's role post-fall. After being cast out of heaven, Satan assumes the role of adversary and tempter in Scripture. Key examples include the Garden of Eden, Genesis 3. In the form of a serpent, Satan deceives Eve, leading to humanity's fall. This act aligns with Satan's role as a deceiver and opponent of God's plan. Job's testing, Job 1-2. Satan appears in God's heavenly court, challenging Job's faithfulness. He acts as an accuser, seeking permission to test Job's loyalty to God. Jesus' temptation, Matthew 4 verses 1 to 11. Satan tempts Jesus in the wilderness, offering power and glory in exchange for worship. This reinforces Satan's prideful desire to usurp God's authority. The God of this world, 2 Corinthians 4 verse 4. Paul describes Satan as the god of this world, blinding unbelievers to the truth of the gospel. This highlights Satan's ongoing influence over humanity. Theological interpretations. The transformation of Lucifer into Satan is not fully detailed in any single biblical passage. Instead, it is constructed from a synthesis of texts. Key theological themes include 1. Free will and rebellion. Lucifer's fall is often used to illustrate the dangers of free will. As a created being, Lucifer was perfect but had the ability to choose rebellion. His pride led him to reject God's authority. 2. Cosmic conflict. The Bible depicts an ongoing struggle between good and evil, with Satan as the primary antagonist. His fall marks the beginning of this conflict. 3. Redemption and judgment. Though Satan is powerful, Scripture promises his ultimate defeat. Revelation 20 verse 10 describes his final judgment. And the devil, who deceived them, was thrown into the lake of burning sulfur, where the beast and the false prophet had been thrown. Historical development of the Lucifer-Satan connection. The connection between Lucifer and Satan developed over centuries. Early Jewish thought. In Jewish tradition, Satan is not a proper name but a title meaning adversary or accuser. He appears in roles of opposition but not as an independent evil being. Early Christianity. Christian theologians like Origen and Augustine expanded on Satan's role, integrating Old and New Testament passages into a cohesive narrative of rebellion and fall. Medieval interpretations. Writers like Dante Alighieri, Inferno, and John Milton, Paradise Lost, vividly depicted Lucifer's rebellion and transformation into Satan, shaping popular imagination. Symbolism and lessons. The story of Lucifer's fall is rich in symbolism and offers spiritual lessons. Humility. Pride leads to destruction. Humility preserves righteousness. Obedience. Submission to God's will is essential for harmony with His creation. Spiritual warfare. Believers are called to resist Satan's influence. Ephesians 6 verses 12 to 18. Conclusion. The transformation of Lucifer into Satan, as portrayed in the Bible, is a profound narrative of pride, rebellion, and divine justice. Though the name Lucifer appears only once in Scripture, its association with Satan emerges through interpretation of passages like Isaiah 14, Ezekiel 28, Luke 10, and Revelation 12. This story highlights the dangers of pride and the ultimate triumph of God over evil. For believers, it serves as both a cautionary tale and a reminder of the hope found in God's sovereignty and redemption. Please subscribe my YouTube channel. I hope you like this video. Thank you.